Hey, I'm back, and I'm here with some more Dance of Fire and Ice, and we're going to be mixing it up a little bit. We're actually going to be splitting it up a little bit. We're going to have, some Neo-Cosmos charts in the later half, and then, first initial half, we're going to have some non-Neo-Cosmos charts. But anyway, let's just get started, as, I guess there's not really much else to talk about, right? Now to think about it, I guess we are almost there. I think we're 3/10 of the way done with this because I've been doing one of these every single time since episode 100, so we're actually getting there. Very slowly, but definitely surely. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh boy. Well, okay then. It's about time this finally happened. But yeah, this is gonna be very, very relatively uninteresting, especially if you know what happens at the end. Which I think at this point many people already know what's gonna happen already. But it's whatever. I mean, we're still gonna truck through it. God. 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 Dude, that just ending section just ruined all of my accuracy. Alright, well, yeah, no, that was fun. Actually, you know what, that's funny too, because I remember now, I didn't actually no checkpoint this try. Now I technically have with this speed trial, so that's a neat little positive right there. Anyway, it's actually one of the first crabs finally down, and I imagine that we're gonna see a lot more of them once the spinner includes his next 100. Plus Sola, composed by Kuthos and charted by ED24. This is one that I personally scouted out for myself, so that's why we're just going to immediately start playing it. Ooh, hits. Okay, I was about to say, is there no hit sound? It's just that the hit sound's a little quiet. Okay. Okay, we're already doing pretty good. Alright, we got some indicated pause tiles. That's really good. God damn, okay. Camera probably could have moved up a little bit there, just saying, because I barely saw that mid spin. So yeah, I'm just really just vibing with this, honestly. It's like the rhythms in this are also like really neat too. Kind of constantly vibing. That's what I like. And honestly, I did not expect this music from Kuthos, by the way, because I do remember them composing like the Throne, and like it sounded a lot more serious rather than a vibey song like this, you know. But yeah, that was a nice little chart. I'm actually kind of glad I saw that for myself, actually. Oh, look at that, Bingsu and Farah. Those are two charts that I recognize. I think I maybe might recognize the other charter, but I don't recall like a chart made by them, so that's why I'm like having a hard time remembering them. But yeah, that was a really cool chart. I really like that. Oh damn! I actually was not expecting tutorials for this, but okay. All right, let's just play them, man. MV-1 small chalks. I don't know what kind of vibe this is given, but it's given an interesting vibe, I'll say that much. MV-2 Rowing Boatman. God, I have to like count how many damn tutorials I've had where it's just literally just swing loops, and that's the tutorial. I mean, then again, I don't think there is a dedicated tutorial to like just regular swing loops. Like there's always like an offbeat on them, or like some like interesting thing that happens with them, and you don't get like regular ones, I think, for tutorial. Actually, no, you do get tutorialized on it once in Butterfly Planet, but it's not the main focus, so that's probably why it's skewed to my mind. MV-3, you know, funky stuff. Nice. That is really, really cool. Like that a lot. I don't know, there's like something about like those upside down triangles that are just like really funky. Ooh, damn, okay, this is a fast chart, okay. Mystery Village, composed by Rotocode and charted by Blue Pen. And this is a viewer suggestion, by the way. I think they listed it as like, it gave them like similar vibes to 5X or 8X or something like that. I kind of forgot the exact reference, but they said it gave similar vibes to one of those like swing charts, so I'm excited for it. Nice usage of the 8X Jungle City usage, you know? I don't think I've ever seen that tree ever used outside of, you know, that one level, you know? That was a really fun swing right there. God. There you go. Nice. That was a cool chart, actually. I really like the the visuals of it, actually. Another Me, composed by Neutral Moon and charted by Team Pal. Now, here's the funny thing. I've already played the DLC version of this chart already, but the non-DLC version of it is actually in Constellation. So I'm like, well, at that point, I'm kind of obligated to play it, right? If it's, you know, in there. So that's why this is in here. Wow, this has a strict. I don't remember that, but whatever. Anyway, no DLC, which means we're not going to expect any free roam or holds or 3 planet. So should be, you know, relatively simple, maybe? I don't know. Can't tell if it's going to be easier or harder than the non-DLC version, but we'll see how that goes. Because, I mean, I do remember the free roam being... I think I got pretty lucky in the free roam section of it. But anyway, let's just get going, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I remember this section being, like, filled with, like, holds. At that time, it didn't really have any, so... Didn't have much to really worry about. Oh, double beacon, nice. Wow, okay, that was a difficulty spike right there. Holy crap. Alright. Guess that's where the strict kind came from. I just realized that the camera is either at like a complete tilt or the song just had a very slight offbeat change or something. Wait, god damn. That I see, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I can't, actually, what, is this actually intentional? I have no idea. Because now it's just throwing me off a little bit the more I look into it, you know? God, I should have just kept my mouth shut. Well, I had to cut out abruptly there just because someone pinged me like a brief moment after I finished the level, so probably didn't want to see any of that. So, but anyway, yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I do remember now that some sections are definitely a lot more easier because I do remember the holds in some sections making like stuff a lot more harder, but because you didn't have to deal with holds that much, you just didn't have to worry about it that much. But instead, all of that difficulty was compensated in this one area where you just double BPM all of a sudden. Alright, well, here we go. Next custom level that has some tutorials, which I do like to say. Third Sun Type B, MMB-1. 3 letters for a tutorial. That's nice. Just a more cooler square, essentially. Which I guess that's pretty cool. MMB-2 Skippy Tiles. Whoa. Holy crap. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so essentially, those are just U-turn tiles. But just, you know, you just gotta count it out in your head. Neutral, or actually, it's so what we have for our custom level is Moshi Moshi Bit, composed by Neutral Moon, and charted by Team Pal. Yes, I know, another chart by Team Pal, but I figured, I mean, hey, I just played their non-DLC thing. I might as well also play their other thing. So anyway, let's just get started. This is a viewer suggestion, so let's just get started. Get myself situated back to holds again. Because it has been a while since I've played it. You know, played with holds, so just, you know, I'm trying to get myself back into reading them again. Yo, editor. I think those are the editor REC shards again, which is nice to see. There's actually a lot of mid spins here, oh my god. I wonder if there's... I guess it's probably gonna go fast. Just wonder when. Oh, there you go. Double BPM time. Almost had like I almost had like a moment where like my brain just didn't know what to do for some reason. Oh, why are these auto tiles? God damn it! God, just surprised those were auto tiles since I'm so used to just playing everything. I mean, honestly, I probably should have just kept on going with it just for the heck of it, you know? Since stepping to a rhythm's always fun anyway. Those were auto tiles, I just realized. I just like realized that after like a while. So I was like, wait, what the hell? Did I just perfect a goddamn quadruple BPM ring? God damn it. Wow. Dude, that's actually really close to a pure perfect there. Damn. That was a cool chart though, I will say. Like the rhythms of it. Actually, now I'm wondering, was all the other times when it sped up, like, was that all just, like, auto tiles? That probably was the case now that I think about it. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, actually, I think I do kind of appreciate it that those are auto tiles, since it makes the difficulty balance a lot more better, now that I think about it. Gravity Swinger, composed by Kira and charted by Minecart. A triplet swing level with unique but not too overwhelming visuals and masterful use of holds, with a funky song to top it off. This level isn't too hard, making it suitable for players of all skill levels to try. Okay. Well, let's just get started. You'll love seeing Strict here, by the way. Although I guess if it's at this speed, then I guess, you know, we're seeing some double BPM shenanigans, which is nice to see. damn it. The camera kind of threw me off a little bit. Actually like mean anything, or is it just random tiles that are just colored blue for some reason? God, I see that red twirl there. Nice. That was a pretty neat chart actually. I will say I think I almost got thrown off guard by a couple of things. I will say. Let me try to think. I think I was almost thrown off by the camera switch because it like turned around a bit, and I kind of got a little disoriented since I was like, oh God, is this now an inside or an outside now? I mean, of course, I probably should have theorized that it was most likely an inside pattern, since most swing patterns are typically inside. Otherwise, you have like some really weird rhythms that happen. But you know, just sometimes you just doubt yourself in that one moment. That doubt is enough to kill you in this game. So that's a little MV-1 downward beanstalk. Oh God, what the hell? Okay, that was interesting. Alright, MV-2, hold plus squares and elevators. I was expecting some music, but I guess there's not. Okay, cool, I guess. Alright, so, our next Neo Cosmos chart of the day is in Multiverse, composed by DJ VI, and charted by Dormu Raptor. And the reason why they suggested this level, you know, the viewer suggested level, there's actually no reason, so I guess I'm just gonna have to just go for it, you know? Let's see. God damn it. Orbit Easygon holds are still really scary. Okay. Seen the tutorial. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish this camera was zoomed out a little bit, whatever. Oh, there you go, at least I got my wish. There's like times when like all the tiles aren't shown at times, and I'm like worried that I'm not gonna be able to like see what's going on, you know? Okay. Oh, don't get distracted, right? Honestly, I thought that section was gonna last a little bit longer, but okay. But that's fine. Oh, God, okay. Okay. Red twirl, craziness. Nice, okay. I think that there was like, I think that was a little bit of BPM drift at the end, so I was like, oh my God, what the hell is happening? Okay, well, at least I got through it. I thought, I mean, I don't know. I guess it was kind of a solid try. I feel like there's times when there's like, you know, transitions and like you just can't see all the tiles that are upcoming, which is, you know, been nerve-wracking because I can't tell if there's like a red twirl coming up or a speed change that's gonna like absolutely mess me up, you know. But I mean, thankfully, neither of those instances happened. I think the worst case that really happened is that I think I might have mistook like a red twirl or something, or saw like a mid spin and then just tapped too early. But so we got Immigrants from Fantasy, composed by K/Stahl and charted by B.SM. So this one I scouted out on my own choosing, so this is not a viewer suggestion, so let's just get started. This does have, this required the Neo Cosmos DLC. Oh, I do not want to play on Lenient. Come on, you think I'm going to play this on Lenient? No. Come on. Alright. Let's get started. I will say this background is kind of giving me a official world vibe. Oh yeah, by the way, that door knocking, that was fake. Alright. Okay. Oh god, we're not in swing anymore? Whew, okay, alright. This is definitely a swinger right here. Okay. Ooh. I can definitely tell I got myself something a little bit more challenging on my hands here. Okay, God. This is just a really funky beat. Oh, God. Nice. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, that was a cool chart. I actually really like that. Definitely a bit challenging, though, I will say, in the more difficulty side of things, just because there's just so many wacky rhythms here. I think it's a mixture of both like regular swing, and then there's a mix of like Gwent swing in there as well as just like regular rhythms too, like like the loops and stuff like that. So that was certainly interesting, although it did take quite a bit of thinking. Let's get started on all these charts. Plus Sola, composed by Kuthos. An advanced chart. It's not super fast, but it does have a lot of variety in terms of rhythms, and the sight readability is a little bit questionable at times. But, besides that, it's like any other advanced chart here. I figure that it's probably a bit more harder than what you find at the normal tier category, so that's why I think it's appropriate placing it here. Mystery Village, composed by Code, is another advanced tier for me. I think it could have been in the hard category, actually, if the triplets were more frequent and they were more longer. But because they were like in these like upside down triplets, which are not that bad, as you only need to tap 3 times with them. I mean, you do have some like strange like offbeats when you're kind of entering and exiting them, but besides that, everything else was kind of neat and nice and tidy. I mean, the only thing that's really making this chart a bit more tougher than what you see in other swing charts is the fact that it's at a pretty decent pace. But because you're only dealing with some more relatively simple patterns, I feel like it's appropriate to put it in the advanced category. Another Me, composed by Neutral Moon. I'm gonna put this in hard. Now, the double BPM section was throughout the entire chart. Probably put this in insane, but because it only happens in one section, I guess it's just hard, because like most of the chart is like advanced tier difficulty. And one section is like insane difficulty, so I guess to kind of counterbalance it out, it just places in hard. But it still is kind of weird. But that's kind of all I have to say about it. Moshi Moshi Bit, composed by Neutral Moon, is a advanced for me. I had a little bit of a hard time with this one because I wasn't sure if I was going to place it hard because of that one double BPM section, but I figured that most of the chart is advanced, and it's not like that double BPM section lasts for a long time. I figured that it wasn't in auto tiles, by the way, but the other like fast section is in auto tiles. My opinion is that because there's a checkpoint right before that section, I feel that it's not as punishing. Well, I think in another Me, I don't think there was a checkpoint before that double BPM section. Actually, well, there was, but that double BPM section is a lot more complicated and it lasts a little bit longer. Well, in here, it's only just a straight line with like 2 squares. So I feel like the differentiation here makes sense, and that's why I'm going to place it in the advanced tier. Gravity Swinger, composed by Kiera. And this one is a hard for me personally, because of the double BPM hexagons. The holds are a little bit tricky, the camera gets a little wonky, and there's a lot of things kind of going on here. So that's why I think it is a hard category, because the double BPM hexagons are a bit more strict. The camera might disorient you a little bit, and the holds, you gotta think about where the holds are going, since I think there are times when you have like a bit of like overlap kind of going on. Now, it's not like crazy overlap, and you can obviously tell where the holds are going just because there's very clearly defined like tile islands, if that makes sense. But you definitely have to think about it. But besides that, everything else is pretty solid. It's just that you have a lot more swingy funkiness to kind of deal with than your usual swing chart. So that's why I feel like it's appropriate to put this in hard. Multiverse, composed by DJVI. I think this is an advanced. I mean, it has some weird readability issues, but besides that, you have some repeating rhythms that happen quite frequently, and the holds are not too crazy. You can tell where they're going, by the way, if you look at the hold strings and also look at the way that the tiles appear as well. It's just that the readability is kind of just what's weird, and I feel like that's what's gonna maybe throw you off. I mean, besides that, like, most of the difficulty is probably just an advanced tier chart, even without those readability issues, but I figured that was good enough to mention. Because I still feel like this is still a bit more harder than what I'd put in normal, so that's why I'm just putting it here. Immigrants from Fantasy, composed by Q/Stole, and this is a insane category for me. The reason why is because it is constantly in double BPM with quince swing and really a lot of variety of rhythms that are thrown at you. So you don't really get a break here, and you definitely have to use your knowledge from a lot of previous other charts to really get this one down. Especially with that one section in the middle where it has like a bunch of like hexagons and swing 3-point turns, and then a bunch of other stuff just happens there. So that section's definitely a bit tricky, but besides that, everything else is kind of like relatively easier than that, but that one section will probably throw you off quite a bit. There is a checkpoint right before that section though, so luckily you don't have to like restart the whole chart in order to get another shot at that. But it definitely can be quite tricky. And that's all the charts that I played today. As you noticed, I actually played an extra chart today, which is pretty nice, right? Hopefully I'll see you another day.